Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Thank you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, of course, podcast show here today. This is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson, y'all. Thank you. So, hopefully you guys have a fantastic, awesome weekend. Of course, it is a beautiful Monday, and today we've got some news announcements to talk to you guys on the podcast show here today. We wanted to thank you guys for staying tuned with us. Exciting news that we were able to reach different countries like Canada, Kenya, and of course the United Kingdom. They are now a proud kind of a sponsor for us, and we've had viewers from those different countries that are listening to our podcast, whether it's Grizzly Talk Podcast or even my personal shows here at KOP Entertainment. I want to thank you guys for internationally, for the people that's listening to us internationally. I want to thank you guys for listening to us for sure. It really is a humble thing to see that, we've got a lot of people that's outside of the United States watching us. I know a lot of people going through some troubling times right now, so I was able to cheer people up via Canada, United Kingdom, Venezuela, Mexico, Kenya. It is very exciting to see that because it shows that our network is going international, and I'm just very proud of that for sure. So let's dive into the exciting news announcements here today. Hopefully you guys are safe. I know this morning, it was thunderstorming and we were on a tornado watch. So hopefully you guys are safe. Hopefully your belongings are safe. I've seen photos on online on my emails, and I'm seeing a lot of things on our daily news here in the office. And I'm seeing a lot of things that are just, traumatic due to the thunderstorms and the tornado warning. So hopefully you guys are staying safe for sure. This week, we'll start the official first week in the week of GGC Gear. Of course, you guys can go to the GGC Gear 2020's Instagram page right now if you guys have not seen it yet. Of course, GGC Gear is online. They have a couple of sessions today, to which some of them I will be participating in, and I'll be listening and tuning in for some of the keynote speakers for today. They're going to start their event, of course, today, Monday the 13th, all the way through the 17th, which is a Friday, I believe. So I recommend you guys, if you're at home, you're done with your schoolwork, you're done with your exams for the week, tune in for GGC Gear because it's very exciting. They want to have people out there to that event. It really is a good event because they have a lot of keynote speakers, a lot of speakers that's representing big companies, a lot of students that graduated from GGC and now on the GGC alumni board. So I really recommend you guys going out and you guys listening and tuning in for GGC Gear. Every GGC student has enrolled into the GGC Gear tab. All you have to do is go to your D2L, type in the GGC Gear tab, and it's going to have you a list of sections and keynote speakers and the different times. And it's all online, and it's going to be kind of a webinar kind of thing. So you just click the link, and it'll guide you through to the webinar. I know some people are probably going to be using Zoom to do their conferencing, and then others might be using the BB Collaborate. BB Collaborate's really good. A lot of professors have been using that nowadays this last couple of 2 weeks to introduce their lectures and their teaching styles. So they're probably going to be doing the same kind of thing using those kind of software. So it's easy to get access to. Please be sure to let them know, or let the GGC Help Desk know if you're having troubles viewing this kind of thing, because technology, I learned in physics, it's not always 100% efficient, so you have to be prepared for it not, for some of the parts not to work. And if it's not working, please be sure to have the help desk contact you and you contact them, so that way they can get you on your way. They can help fix your streaming service if you're having problems, so that way you can tune in for sure ensure for the GGC Gear conference. This next news announcement is coming from GGC Get Involved. GGC Get Involved, if you guys have not done it yet, the week is still kind of young. If you haven't done the Wash Your Hand Challenge, please be sure to participate in that. Of course, I did it on our Instagram, and I did it, and they posted it on their Instagram, the Wash Your Hand Challenge. I thought it was kind of a funny thing to do, kind of a spin-off to make it more of a funny, comedic kind of thing to it. So I really recommend you guys going out there and you doing that. And they also posted, it's Happy Student Employee Appreciation Week, and thank you. So they're highlighting students that work on campus. There is a lot of students that work on campus now. I'm glad they're doing this because I can say this on the podcast, a lot of the students are getting laid off. And I'm not laughing that they're getting laid off. It's true. With GGC closing, a lot of students are not able to work on campus anymore until the summertime, hopefully. So it's good that they recognize the hardworking students, student workers there at GGC. There's a lot of jobs out there on GGC, and if you're looking for a job for the next year, fall of 2020, spring 2021, please be sure to follow the list of jobs that are going to be out there. You can apply for work study. True story to you guys, the Grizzly Talk podcast fans, that I was actually a student worker myself. I've started working for GGC Athletics in 2015, and then I was able to get on work study in 2016, well, late 2015, early 2016. So I really recommend you guys going out there to do student work, federal work study if it's available within your financial aid. It's a really good balancer. Again, back when I first started, I needed money for college, and I was able to work study, and I was able to make it work, and it was just fantastic. And I was able to, pay bills and do other things that I would like to do using the federal student work study. So again, if you're looking for a job for GGC, there's tons of them out there. There's plenty of jobs out there because a lot of students that are student workers now, they might be graduating this spring. They might be graduating next fall, and they may not be able to do the federal work study anymore, or even positions. And then outside of federal work study, there's going to have jobs up there that doesn't require work study. That's going to be a full-blown part-time position at GGC. So you never know unless you try and you look into it. Again, there's going to be a lot of jobs out there, and I really recommend you guys going out there and you doing your thing and finding jobs there on GGC. And this next news announcement is coming from the GGC Student Employment Office Department. Of course, you guys can follow their Instagram. It's GGC_Student Employment. They posted this on their Instagram about 3 minutes ago. It's the National Student Employee Appreciation Week, like we just talked about, and they have a new challenge on their Instagram. It's called Shake the Room Challenge Student Employee Edition. Of course, there's 3 steps you have to do for sure. You got to submit this between today, April 13th, all the way through the week of the, Friday, the 17th. Here are the rules to do that challenge. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is to record a video of you in GGC apparel, then switch to a business casual attire. Then you post it. Of course, post it to your Instagram and tag GGC_Student Employment. And I'm believing when you record at the business casual, you could wear what you wear at your student employment job at GGC. Or if you work outside of GGC and you want to participate in this challenge, I'm pretty sure they're going to take it. Of course, hashtag it using the hashtag GGC SEA and hashtag Shake the Room, hashtag GGC. You guys know about us here at Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're about the hashtags and the @ signs, so that really makes a difference. So that way you can get people to see your post, participate in that challenge. And of course, if you're at home, possibly you're probably doing nothing. You probably finished your schoolwork. You probably finished everything you need to get done for today. So if you have time today, please participate in this challenge. It's fun. I've done challenges for GGC the last 2 weeks, and it's been nothing but fun for me. So, and I have free time to do it. So I really recommend you guys going out there and doing that for sure. Here are the 3 rules. There's 3 rules for this video, of course, and I'm glad that they're doing rules out there because GGC Get Involved. They've done rules for it for sure. Here are the rules for it. Number 1, ensure that your video is GGC appropriate. Please, please, please make sure, and we haven't seen anything inappropriate yet on GGC when it comes to these challenges, so I'm grateful for that. But please make sure it's appropriate. If you want to do music, make sure it's GGC appropriate music that is out there. No cussing, no swearing, none of that in the video. Make sure you're fully clothed. Don't wear anything that I wouldn't suggest, or your grandma probably won't approve of it. I really wouldn't recommend you guys going out and doing that if your grandma didn't approve it. But make sure it's appropriate. That's all we ask. Make sure it's appropriate. You can do a challenge in groups or individual. It's fun when you do it in. So again, I really recommend you guys going out there and you participating in that challenge. Like I mentioned before, individual or group. Groups are more fun. So we're going to highlight something else here for GGC. We're going to highlight the GGC Straighten Athletics Performance and Sports and Recreation account. GGC Straighten Athletic Performance is, of course, the GGC Athletics branded kind of department to highlight the strength and the performance of our athletes. I was scrolling through Instagram last night because I was looking for a topic to talk about here on the podcast show today, and I was able to see some of the incredible videos that 3 athletes were able to do. There's 3 athletes that are still working out from home. It really is amazing, and I want to highlight these players, these athletes, because they're really working out, and it's really impactful. Most people know about it. For me, I am a huge workout person. I like fitness. I like fitness and health. I go outside and I run now. I can't go to my gym because it's closed, obviously, but I to see that these athletes are still working out. I want to highlight, of course, I believe this is Holly Janko. She did a push-up using a tree branch. She plays softball, so you guys can follow their softball account as at @GGC_softball. She's doing, I think, I don't know what it's called exactly, but maybe like curl-up push-up using a tree branch, probably in her backyard. So that's really incredible, and she was able to capture that on her phone, and she's able to do that. And of course, another good friend of mine, Grace, she did. I don't know who's the girl she's lifting, but she's probably at her house doing a kind of a weight push-up. Grace, she plays soccer, so if you guys can follow her, it's GGC_W soccer, women's soccer, of course. And of course, another player. It doesn't say their account, but he plays baseball, so you guys can follow their account. That's GGC_baseball. There looks like they're doing a little workout. Probably not inside the GGC Athletics because, of course, they are closed, but it looks like they're doing some sort of workout outside. So it's really good to see that the athletes are really still working out. I know I follow a great deal of them on my GTP's Instagram and, of course, my personal. And a lot of players were really kind of upset because, of course, their season had to come to an end so soon in late March. And they had so many games left. They had a tournament that they could have pursued, and they're not able to do that anymore. And I'm pretty sure the banquet's going to be canceled too. So it just really messed up. This whole virus thing really messed up their season. So hopefully they'll have a better season next season to really start off again and to finish off what they couldn't finish. So, it sucks for them. It really did suck. And we were going to do a production, kind of a behind the scenes here at Grizzly Talk Podcast. We were not able to do that because it got canceled and, the whole virus thing. So hopefully they have a better season off later on next year. And of course we can prevail and increasing that more. So that's going to wrap it up here for the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson. Please be sure, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress this enough. GGC Gear 2020 is this week. They have a couple of sessions today. They're going to have sessions every day this week, starting today all the way through Friday. Please, I recommend if you guys go out there online and participate in GGC Gear. It will be highly appreciated from the GGC Gear community. One of my professors is one of my, of course, professors for econ. She's one of the handlers for it. She's kind of the manager for it, and she tells me on the lecture online that she's so excited for it. She's been doing a lot of planning for it. So I really recommend you guys going out there and participating in this grand event because it really is grand. It's information, and did I mention, of course, that it's free, ladies and gentlemen. So again, participate. It's free, and of course, you get to have that knowledge for sure. So that's going to wrap it up here on the Grizzly Talk Podcast. I'm your host, KLP Kennedy Lucas Patterson. Please be sure to subscribe to our audio platform, Spotify, Pandora, our Heart, all of it. Subscribe to it, and please be sure to like us on our Instagram at Grizzly_Talk. So that's going to do it. I'm Kennedy Patterson. Go Grizzlies and stay safe, ladies and gentlemen.
Loved what
what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to